Liberty Flames get the series victory here this weekend over Kent State at Liberty Baseball Stadium. The Flames capping the series with a victory over Kent State 8-3 on a Sunday afternoon. This series started with a doubleheader on Saturday, and it was Kent State taking the series opener by the final score of 7-4. Flame starter Victor Cole coming off his near no-hit performance. Not quite the same guy for the encore presentation, but Kent State holding on to win at 7-4 despite 4 hits from Dalton Britt in the Flames lineup. The back end of that, game 2 of the doubleheader, Kent State got off to the early lead as well against Flame starter Parker Bean. Kent State led the game 3-0 after 5 innings, but the Flames would rally and tie things up at 3 into extra innings. It was Liberty with the walk-off victory in the last of the 12th. Andrew Yasik scoring off this Becker Sankey single to left field, and Liberty would even the series at 1. Then on Sunday, the Flames bouncing back with a strong performance from Jared Lyons on the mound as he struck out 7 and led the way. Also Dalton Britt with 3 hits as Liberty takes the series with the 8-3 victory. And for the Flames on Sunday, the most important thing was getting the early lead.
It kind of just changes the whole energy of the dugout, in the field, everywhere, to just kind of turn around and, just kind of be able to rely on your defense even more and not feel like you have to push to get runs across. But to get an early lead, which we haven't been doing, it's so nice.
It's a lot nicer. I mean, it really is just like we don't play pressed. We just kind of play how we play. We swing the bat all the time, and it makes it a lot easier than it is playing from behind.
Yeah, Kent State came out and they had 2 good starting pitchers, and they pretty much outplayed us for, the first game 9 innings and then another almost 7 innings in the second game. So 16 innings they outplayed us, and we got hot there at the end. Won yesterday, last night, late in the 12th inning, and then today we played pretty well. Played all 3 facets other than the pickoff. Played airless ball and got a lot of timely hitting, 2-out hits, and I think we had double-digit hits for the second day in a row, so that's a small miracle, and thank God for that. But it's warming up a little bit. I think the guys are relaxing a little bit more.
I felt like all my pitches were there at the first beginning. I had a little struggle going on later in the game, but overall I just felt pretty confident in my pitches.
Lyons, I think, popped the 90 and was 88-89, and good breaking ball, good changeup, and we knew from the first couple pitches, I think the first 6 pitches were strikes, that he was on.
He was really, really good. I mean, he located everything. The things they did hit, weren't really hit too hard. He had 3 pitches for strikes, including like that backdoor slider. So 4 if you count that. I don't know. He did great. He located really well.
We felt like we're better than them all weekend. The first game just kind of got out of our hands, and the second game, we all felt like we were going to win that game the whole time. It was never a point where we felt like, we didn't really have a chance. And I think last night, and we finally won it, we all had the same mentality, like, all right, let's all go home, get a good night of sleep, and come right back out and win this series because we know how good they are. That's a really good ball team. They had I think they had a 3-0 weekend last weekend. They beat some good teams, including Illinois, I think. But we know we were better than they were, so we knew we had to come out today and swing it and got an early lead, and all just kind of came together today.
Remember a week ago in Lyons' last start, he left with a little bit of forearm tightness early in that start against Bryant. Talked with him after the game here today, and Jared said he felt just fine physically and ran back out there and did his thing here this afternoon en route to his first victory of the season. Offensively, the Flames double-digit hits on the board today, 8 runs, 14 hits. One of the biggest hits of the day coming off the bat of Alex Close back in the second inning. Liberty leading 1-0 with 2 outs and a 2-run single to left field. Plated a couple of runs there to extend Liberty's lead to 3-0, and the Flames would never look back from that point on. Also, Dalton Britt with 3 more hits on Sunday. He hit a 2-run homer in the first game of this series on the weekend. Liberty getting the bats going, that is a good thing. The Flames, a lot of strikeouts the first 2 games of this series. Much better approach at the plate here this afternoon. Also, Becker Sankey with a ball in the gap late in the ball game. Capped a 3-hit day for him as well. So Liberty now with a victory, 8-6 on the season, and they will turn their sights now to the West Virginia Mountaineers, slated to come here to Liberty Baseball Stadium Tuesday afternoon. That will be a 3 o'clock first pitch. In Lynchburg for the Liberty Flames Sports Network, I'm Nick Pierce.